Hi guys. I am here to do a live. Hope you guys are watching. I'm just trying to... Oh, there, I found myself. Okay, I found where I am. I just wanted to make sure I was in the right spot. Gosh, it looks a little dark on the screen. Let's see if I can fix that a little. Maybe adjust some lights. Oh, that's a little better. Well, I hope that I'll have some people joining me today. If not, that's okay. You could be watching the replay. I just wanted to pop on today. For those that don't know me, my name is Donna. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and this is Donna's Creative Space Facebook page. And I hope some of you joined me last week. Well, from February 1st to February 7th, I did a live at noon, and it was 7 sweet Stampin' Days, and I had fun coming online every day at noon. I'm surprising myself because I really was I didn't like doing Facebook Lives, but I do think that they're much better. It's a lot easier to do this and then upload it later to YouTube. Whereas sometimes I film it, I record the video and then upload it here and then on YouTube. But this kind of cuts out a step, so anyway, it is cold here in Massachusetts. When I got up this morning, I went to put the trash outside by the curb, and oh my goodness, I think it was 9 degrees. That's cold. I don't like this cold weather. I love living in New England, but because I like all the other seasons. So anyway, today I am making I'm going to show you how to make this really cute card. And I'm not sure what you call it, maybe I guess it's a trifold card, but it's made a little bit differently. And it uses your designer series paper. So for you people out there that have a lot of scrapbook paper, or you know, just from card making, leftover pieces and stuff, or if you got any, I'm going to use this was free paper. I'll show you the inside. So it has a belly band, and here's the trifold. Now this paper is from, let me grab my Celebration catalog. If you don't know, Stampin' Up! This is one of our biggest sales. We do it usually once a year, but this year they're doing it January and February, and then they're going to do it later on, I think June and July, or July and August, I forget. I think it's June and July, but usually they do January, February, March. But this year it's just January and February, so it runs until the February 28th. And the paper I used for this one here, this is free. You can get this Flower and Field Designer Series paper when you spend $50 or more, and you just get it free. And I'm also using it today. This is a different paper. This is Floral Arts, I think, but that's in the regular catalog. But anyway, I'm gonna use this free paper today, and I used it on this one. Oh, hi Lori, how are you today? Are you up north or are you in town? It's very cold here, and if you're up north, you're probably even colder. But so there's the belly band on this one, and I just put a little card on the inside, and then this one here is made with the other paper. This is the Floral Arts, I believe. And what I used was this Fancy Phrases is a nice set. I really like it. Isn't that cool? Doesn't that look like a pen and ink sketch? I think so. Cold. Oh, you're in the office. Oh, you're at lunch in the office. Yeah, so it is cold. I froze this morning when I had to run outside and do my recycling and trash today. But anyway, so this is what we're going to make. And we put a little belly band on it. And that's it. So it's kind of a cute little way of using up some of your stash. This one here, I did use the same stamp on the inside, but a smaller. This one I used this flower here. On this one I used the bigger one. But I really like this because if you've watched me before, I happen to like when they mix the fonts, like block lettering with like a scripty lettering. So I think this is a really pretty one. And I love this sketchiness to these. I think I'm going to have to play with this again and do some coloring with that. But anyway, so let me put these aside. Let me close these up. But like I said, this is a great way to use up some of your designer paper. I don't know about you guys, but it always feels good. Yes, it's nice to buy new stuff, but it's always, there's something about using up what you have. So today, I'll show you what I'm doing. Let me move those off to the side. Oh, I did want to mention one other thing. And I thought I printed out something. Hang on one second. I am doing a celebration. And I haven't picked the date yet. But I just have a picture to put out. My celebration. And for this, I should have typed all this up ahead of time. But if you shop with me from January, during the celebration, right? January 5th to February 28th. And this is so unprofessional writing this out like this, but I should have thought of this ahead of time. But if you spend $150 with me before tax and shipping, right, you're going to get my celebration class. It's a free class. You'll get a card kit to make a few cards and maybe a little 3D item. And and it's a total. It doesn't have to be, if you spent, you could spend $75 in January and $75 in February and you'll earn the class for free. And I'm going to probably do it either in a Zoom class or I may pre-record it and just put it on, put the recording up on YouTube as a standalone so you can do it at any time. I mean, I can still do that once I do it on Zoom. So if you miss the Zoom class, but you'll get it for free. And I believe you'll get a package of an embellishment. And I'm trying to think of what else I decided on. But we'll make a few cards and I'll give you the stamp. I'll give you the name of the stamp set. And if you don't have it, if you don't want to buy it, you can just use whatever you have on your own. So that's my celebration. And that will be happening in March, mid to late March. Okay, so I'm going to put that down too. This is your spend mid to late March. So I'm very sorry about doing this. Lori, that's so unprofessional of me to sit there and write it like this, right? I should have had it all typed up nice and pretty. Next time, I'll do this again. And you'll see, it'll be a little bit different. So I think, Lori, we didn't do celebration last year. I think because COVID had just happened. But I did it the year before in April. I kind of think you won it. You also earned it, but I had quite a few people earn it that year. But anyway, so that's when you shop until February 28th. And also, you don't forget about my card class. Let me really quickly go through this. No, we didn't. You didn't earn it 2 years ago? We didn't do it last year. This is my card class for February. It uses the Sweet Strawberry Stampin' Punch. If you can't get a hold of it, you could use whatever you have. You'll get all the cardstock and Designer Series paper and the ribbon and stuff, and you can just use what I have and make whatever cards you want. That's free. if you spend $35, that is this special right here. Spend $35 between February 1st and February 15th. So that's only, sorry for the crinkling. That's, you only have, what's today? Today's the 12th, right? What's today, the 11th? Today's the 12th, so there's only 3 more days to shop with me and get that free card kit. It's 8 cards to each of those 4 designs I just showed you. Okay, so let's get on to the card that we're going to make today. I think that's all the announcements I have. Right? Celebration. Earn that for free. And then, hi Denise, how are you? Celebration. Earn for free if you spend a total of $150 between all your orders with me between January and February, and then my card class. So you could get a lot for free this month. Anyway, all right, so like I said, I'm using Fancy Phrases. This is a really cute set. And I have all my pieces pre-cut. I didn't do any scoring yet because I wanted to show you as we did it. And so you need a base. So see, I'll show you on these. Let me open this one up, right? This base here is a piece of white Whisper. No, it's basic white. Thick basic white cardstock. It is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. You can get 4 of them out of one piece of cardstock. An 8 1/2 by 11. You can get 4 of these bases. So it's just a base, and then you're going to cut a piece of. So we have that base here, right? And now we have a piece of Designer Series paper, and this is 5 1/4 by 11 3/4. You could do it 12, but then it just doesn't fold up as great. So I just trimmed off a 1/4 inch. I'll show you. I haven't done it on this piece, but I will. So this is the Designer Series paper. So you might want to pick something that you like the inside also. This one here, I'll show you. This is kind of like I should have probably with this one maybe paid attention to the direction of these flowers on the inside, but I think they go okay on the side. I think even if I cut it this way, they would have been going on the side. But if you have directional paper, you'll want to pay attention to where your direction is going. Like this is directional. So when I fold it up, it's going to go like this. So I don't really have to worry about the direction. But if the inside had a different direction, then you might want to. Will you list all the measurements when you post the video? Yes, where I will list them will be on my DonnasCreativeSpace.com. I'll paste them to the bottom. I'll paste them here too later on after the video, but usually I put it on DonnasCreativeSpace.com when I do something like this. But anyway, so 5 1/4 by 11 3/4, and I'm going to cut this still. I said thick base. We have basic white and very vanilla thick, which is nice if you use them as bases for your cards. And then you're going to have an inside mat. That's what I call these pieces. This is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4, and you want to use a coordinating color of your preference. And then a piece of basic white, 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then we're going to make a belly band. So this is 1 inch by 9 1/2. Okay, and then you're just going to, whatever you're going to do to decorate it. I have a few things that I had punched out and cut out, die cut. So let me get my trimmer out. Let me put this back together. But I do like that inside. I might do this again on the inside of this one. I haven't decided yet. So let me close that up and put that off to the side and move these off and get my trimmer out. So I don't think I trimmed my paper down yet. Let's see. No, I didn't. So this is 12, and I'm just going to take off. I can use this side of the trimmer because we have up to 1 1/2 on this side. So I'm going to just trim off, move over my scoring blade, and I'm going to trim off about a 1/4 inch. If you cut off a little less or a little more, that doesn't really matter too much. All right, so then we'll leave this trimmer out because now we're going to score. So on this long piece here, so we have 5 1/4 now by 11 3/4. Our first score, I'm going to score this way because I want my shorter score. I want 3 3/4 this is how I'm going to fold it. So I'll put it upside down and I'll score it at 3 3/4. Get my blade out of the way. And that's what I like about the Stampin' Up! Trimmers, that has the light gray is the scoring tool and the dark gray is the cutter. All right, so it's at 3 3/4, and I'm going to score this paper. You don't want to press too hard because, oops, let me get this out of the way, because you don't want to rip your paper depending on what kind of scoring tool you're using. So 3 3/4, and I'm going to slide it over to 7 3/4. Just like this. Right like that, and I'm going to score again. So what happens is this section here is 3 3/4, and this section out here is 4. So that's why the right side, so we're going to fold this in, I'll show you, but we're going to score our belly band. So this belly band is 1 by 9 1/2, and you don't have to score it. You could just wrap it around it and, you know, just crease it with your bone folder. You don't need to score it, but sometimes I like to score. So I'm going to score it at 3, and then I'm going to slide it over, and you're going to want to score between 7 1/4 and 7 3/8. 7 3/8 kind of makes it a tiny bit loose, so I'm going to go like a hair less than 7 3/8, just a hair. All right, so 1 inch by 9 1/2, score it 3 inches, and 7 and a little less than 3/8. All right, and then we can put this away. We don't need this anymore. You love the blue. Oh, you like this one, Denise? Yeah, that is pretty. So let me talk about this one for a sec. So this is Misty Moonlight, now that Denise brought it up, because I meant to say something. This is that ribbon. We used it in a video last week. This is from the Flowers for Every Season. Even though it's jade, it kind of goes in, let me get a pointer. If you look on the inside of these, ooh, a dirty pointer at that. If you look at the inside of the design, these leaves, there's like a lighter color, so I thought it went well with that. Even though this darker color is, what did I use for this? This is the, oh my God, Shaded Spruce. And then I just took a piece of the, and this is, like I said, Misty Moonlight, this blue. I took a piece of the leftover Designer Series paper and I just cut out, fussy cut 2 little flowers. And then, did I do anything on the inside? I think not, just the Misty Moonlight here, and I stamped with the Misty Moonlight ink. So, that's the blue one. And I believe on this one, I used this paper. Hang on. I'm just going to grab it so I have the name. This paper here is Fine Art Floral. I think I called it Floral Arts, but this is the Fine Art Floral paper. And I used, oh my goodness. I used, this is Mossy Meadow, and this is the Bumblebee ribbon, which I'm going to use today again. I really like this, the Bumblebee gingham ribbon. This is Poppy Parade, and this is Bumblebee cardstock. And I used, we're going to do this again, I used the little Blossom Punch. I think that's what it's called, Blossom Punch. And really cute little, and I use the, of course, you know me, have I done a video that I haven't used Stitch So Sweetly yet? So I used this, whoops, I just broke off a flower. Get back on there. I used the rectangle, scalloped rectangle, the second smallest, and then I used this larger piece here to cut that out. And this one here, I think these are just 2, this is a 2-inch white, 2-inch punch, 2 1/4 inch punch, and this is a die cut from the Hippos, which I've used that this week too, last week. This is the Hippo dies. I just love these different shapes they have. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you what I made with these. And then I put pearls on there. These pearls, you know how we can color all our stuff with the, I just colored it with a Poppy Parade because I didn't have Poppy Parade pearls, so I just colored it with one. So that's that one. Okay, so let me get rid of this. And all right. So we have this, so we want the 3 3/4, right, on the left side. This is the 3, I turned it all around. I believe that's the, yep, that's the 3 3/4. So we're going to score here. I'm going to burnish it down, and then this piece is going to go in this way. And this goes right about to the edge there, but I just think it's better when you have a little bit. And so then you can just, once it's folded, kind of go back over your crease marks, just like that. So it's not, oh, I'm sorry, I'm out of the image. All right, and then we're going to take this, and we're just going to put adhesive on the back. Let me get this going. And because this is a, I'm going to put quite a bit of adhesive all the way around the back. And then you're just going to center this on your thick cardstock. Now you could do this base, could be anything, any colored cardstock you want. But I like the white because I think it kind of pulls out the white in the flowers. And that's what I like to do, is pull out different colors. So from the Designer Series paper. So this is going to go right in the center here. And I'm going to put some, I'm using Seal Plus. I've kind of gotten, I haven't used the seal, the regular seal in a while, but I just have gotten so used to the Seal Plus lately. So that's going to go in there, and we're going to put this matte centered on there, but we're going to do some stamping on that first. But let's just build our card. So see, you could make this wider. I cut off a 1/4 inch because I like whoever you give this to see that that's how it opens, right? And if it's not exactly flat, just take your bone folder and go over it. All right, so now we have our belly band, and I just crease it on the folds. And like I said, you could just take your piece of your belly band and wrap it around, and what I like to do is seal it. So now this is, I made this a hair smaller than 3 3/8. I mean 7 3/8, because I thought the other ones were loose. So we'll see, maybe this is too tight. We shall see. And I'm going to put this, and I'm going to try to get, my head's probably going to get in the way, but I want to close this up with the left over the right. Oops, of course I didn't do it. It's very hard to do things on an angle. There. Okay, so there you have the belly band. Yeah, it's a little bit tighter. So you can do 7 3/8, or you can do like this one, I just a hair less, depending on how much you want it to slide. So let's do some stamping. I'm gonna get out a pad. I cut a pad of my paper in half. So instead of pulling out some foam, I have this enough paper, enough padding underneath with this. So for the inside, I am using, this is a birthday card, and I'm just looking for we're going to use the Birthday Wishes, and I'm going to use the Poppy Parade ink because I used it on this one, and I just think it goes nice. And this, since I used a Poppy Parade belly band here, I'm going to use the Poppy Parade again. So I'm going to stamp this on the inside, right? And I'll just line it up on my grid so that I can hope to get, I think I'm going to go a little high because I'm going to put my, I think I was going to put, let's see, should I do the little, I think I'm going to go a little bit bigger. I was going to put this little one, but I really liked this inside piece here. I really like that. And you know what? I haven't put my label on it yet. So you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do that, because you might know how, but our cling stamps come like this, and you punch it out of the red rubber, and then you get a sheet of labels. Let me move that away. So what you can do is you can lift this up, the top pieces, and then lay this, you know, figure out where it goes, and then lay it straight down on there, just so you can put the label on. But this is the way I like to do it. I get a darker piece, and I take this, I'm going to fold this down a tiny bit. I keep pulling everything towards me. Let me see, am I in the image? Let me go a little bit in, because I get that out of the way. Okay, so I fold a little bit piece just down so it gets it started, and then I pull the whole thing up, right? And there's 2 sticky sides. This side is sticky, right? That's really super sticky. That's gonna go onto your stamp, whereas this other side isn't as sticky, and that's what is gonna stick to your acrylic block. And let's see here, if I have, I don't know where my big block is. Must be with another. Oh, I see it. I'm going to use this one because it's a Stampin' Up! One and it's no lines on it, so you'll be able to see it better. All right, so when you take this up, right, just turn a little piece off. That's how I know that's the back. That's the part that's really super sticky. So you're going to take this off like that, and then you're going to turn it upside down. I like to put it on a dark piece of paper, something dark, right? And that's the super sticky part, right? This is the part that's sticky. It's clings. This is the cling part, but the other part is, the other side is more of adhesive. And you're going to put your block straight down on it, just like that, right? Then you're going to pull this back piece off, and you could use very carefully. You don't want to ruin your stamp, but you pull up this edge like that, okay? And this is, remember, that's the super sticky part. That's the part that is going to go on this gray foam. So then you turn this upside down like this, right? And I put it on the dark paper. Let me see if, like that. Hi, Alice. How are you? Oh, good afternoon from India. Indiana. Nice to see you. Okay, so now that's the gray part, right? And then you're just going to go right up above, and I'm standing up, so it's going to kind of get loud. And you just lower. I just find this a better way to do it. And you just lower the stamp. You can see the edges of the plastic, and you just lower it down onto that, just like that. Right? I think this was a big stamp, but I think that you could get the idea. And then the first time you do this, the cling is pretty clingy. But now you have your stamp with the design on it. Once I learned how to do that, I just thought that was so much better than trying to put it upside down onto, putting it, upside down onto this. I found it hard to line it up as much. So that's the way I have been doing my cling mount stamps now. So what I want to do, oh boy, I hope I didn't get, nope, I didn't. I'm going to put this stamp down the corner of this. Oh, I just put my hand in ink. Oh, good. Thank you for sharing, Alice. All right. I am going to put this right in this corner, I think. I just think this is a pretty, pretty stamp. I'm going to leave it a step straight up. Oh, gosh. Isn't that pretty? It's just like I guess, I went to school for art. I was an art major. And I went to my major. I was an art major, but my major technique, or I forget what they called it. I studied etching, which is like pen and ink. You do pen and ink, and then you do a pen and ink on a metal piece, and then you cover it with wax, this wax item, and then you smoke it so that it turns black, and you use like a stylus, like the tip of this or this, and you scrape off the wax of this piece of metal, and then you dip the piece of metal in acid, and wherever there isn't any wax, it eats away at the metal, and then you remove all the wax, and your design is etched into the metal, and then you fill it up with ink. You press all the ink. I don't know why I'm going off on this tangent, but this reminds me of an etching, because it's a pen and ink type of thing. Sorry about that. I get all excited thinking about it. Hi, Donna. How are you? Yes, putting a dark piece of paper underneath does help. Okay, so now I'm going to open this up, and I am going to put this on the inside. And concentration, that was it. It was my degree was Bachelor of Fine Arts, but my concentration was in etching. So when I was in college, you know that old saying, would you like to come to my room and see my etchings? I could really say that. Okay. Isn't that pretty? I think that'd be really pretty, this flower on the outside too. Okay. So that's the inside of our card. Let's put our belly band on. Jeez, I don't know why I got carried off on a tangent about my going to school for art. But anyway, okay. So let's put this one back on, because some people are joining late, and I'll show you real quick. This is the outside of this one. This is the inside of that one. But we just did the same thing on look at this. I'll show you the difference. just this background, this polka dot background makes it look so different than this, doesn't it? I think it's, I really like this stamp set. I'm going to have to do some more with it. All right. So, and I do like the script, like I said, that with block and then the scripty. And I'll open this one again. This one's a little different. I just used the little flower in the corner. But very cute, just the same. Okay, so back to this card. I'm going to put the belly band back on, and nice card. Thank you, Alice. All right, so I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with this, so I pulled out a few pieces, and this is from the Hippo dies, and I thought it matched that green pretty well. I might stamp on this, and I use this punch, the Blossom Punch, Small Blossom. I like the tip for the stamps. Oh yeah, Denise, the stamp, that's a great way of putting, ever since I learned that, I've been using that way, and I think it's so much easier because I end up, I don't know, when you try to put it down on top of, you know, when you try to turn your stamp upside down and put it on top of this, everything's white, white, white. It's very, I found it very hard to do, so putting it on your block first, I like. Okay, so I think I'm going to put this down here. Oh, you know what, I forgot, I was going to put some of this around it. All right, so all I did was I took some glue dots, right? And see this? Look what I did with this. I tied a ribbon around it so that I can keep my roll from going crazy on me. So I put a glue dot on it, and I'm just going to put it down the center and wrap it around. Oh, I didn't really put that much the center. Let's see. Wrap it around, and scissors. I love those dies. Yeah, Lori, those dies from the Hippo set are great. I do love them. I don't think I've used the Hippo stamp set yet. There's so many things to, oops, the glue dot stayed on my finger. So I'm going to put this down and wrap it around. Oh, I missed the glue dot. Let me get another one and stick it underneath. But that's another thing. I saw someone do this, and I thought, oh my God, that's genius, because this always unwraps. And I always take from the inside and not leave the outside with the glue dots. I always, that way they're covered in case you put this back in the box or you put it up against something, then you can just tear away as you use it. Okay, so there we have that. And we're not going to see where they connected. So if you wanted to stick another glue dot under there to make it even stronger, you can. In fact, I think I'll put one more under there just because I can. Because it's before I cover it up. I'm going to put one on both sides. See if I can get it under this one. There. Okay. Now, I think I'll put this up on dimensionals. And I don't want to put the dimensionals onto... I don't want to put the dimensionals on this, because if I put it on the part that's overhangs the designer paper, you won't be able to get it open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple and I'm going to put them on my flap, but no wider than the actual, let's see, I can get another one over here. Just like that. And now, here it is. I'm going to take these off with my take your pick tool. Easy way to get rid of these things. And so that was the Bumblebee gingham ribbon, if I didn't say so already. All right, and then I'm going to put this right over that, and see, it all covers. Just kind of center that. And then let's see, I want to make another birthday card. I'm trying to think if there's anything else on this stamp set that I do have some birthdays coming up. Yeah, I think I'll just keep birthdays. All right, so I'm going to do, on this one I did it on one of those rectangular scallops, but I'm going to do another circle. Get these stamps out of the way before, and I'm going to use the Poppy Parade. I'm not sure about this green. we'll use it today. I'm starting to think that Poppy Parade has been one of my favorite colors lately. So that's going to go there like that. Then we'll just have to dress it up because I'm going to put a bow. So I'm going to put this up on dimensionals too. Yeah, we'll put that up on dimensionals too. So we have that. It's going to go centered on the hippo die. I just love those dies. Okay, so now I made a bow before I came on. I made a bow so it would be quicker. You didn't have to sit and watch me make a bow. I made a bow and I'm going to put that on, I think, do I want to put it in the top corner? Or maybe I'll put it down here and I'll put my flowers up there on this one, make it a little bit different. Now these are I might want to do a white flower too. So I'm going to get a scrap piece and I'm going to punch out another white one, another blossom. All right, so what I wanted to show you is, and I'm just going to, you could use a mouse pad or the Stampin' Pierce mat or anything like that, and the bottom of a pen, the top of, you take your pick tool, this thing here, you know, a smooth rounded edge, and you can make your little blossoms have a little bit of dimension to them, like by doing this to them. And just do it right in the center. And I'm just using, this is just a piece of the mini dimensionals. So I just used it like a foam, but you could do it on see if I did it on here too. Or if you have, so here's a mouse pad. Mouse pads work even better because they're foamier. But see, just kind of stick it in. Another great use for take your pick tool. It just gives the flowers the little blossoms a little bit of dimension. All right, I just keep looking over at my computer to make sure I'm not missing any comments. If anybody is asking a question, I want to make sure I answer. All right, so let's see. I think they would go nicely. Got to put them up here, right? I'll put one there on there. I don't know. I put 2 on that card. Put 2 on this one. But I'm trying to decide. Maybe I'll put that one and that one. Do we think I need a white one too? I can't decide. Well, let me build it. Let me put this one on with a glue dot, and I'm going to put it right on the white piece there. We'll kind of leave it up in this. And then this will get if you mail this, it'll probably get a little bit crushed, but so if you make it a little, well, this one I might have to put on a dimensional, because yeah, I think I want to put a piece of dimensional. And the dimensionals, the mini dimensionals, they're a little bit lower, just so you know, in case you haven't tried them before. They're not as, the height, they don't have as big a height as the larger dimensionals, these regular size dimensionals. So depending on the height that you need, you know, decide whether you're going to use a mini or, and that way I can put that one like that, right? And what do you think? Do I need a, I'm going to put that one a little higher. Do I need a white? No, I think it'll be fine just like that. And I'm not going to color my pearls for this one. I think, I don't know, are these too big? I guess I'll use the big ones. So like I said earlier, I colored, uh-oh, I'm going to be dying. These I colored with my Stampin' Blend. All right, so I have to finish up because maybe I'll put one more pearl over here. My battery is about to die on my phone. So there you have it. So that's the, oops, pull that up. That is our card for today. Isn't that cute? So you have a cute little card. You could put a blossom on the inside too if you want. So that's it for today. No white. Yeah. Okay, Lori. I did no white before I saw your comment. But yes, I think that it doesn't need it. But cute cards, right? So let me get everything out of the way and show you before my phone dies. Here you have it. Those are the 3. I made this card today and I made these earlier. And I hope you liked this video. And if you are interested in seeing more, please follow my Facebook here. And I'm going to upload this to YouTube. And go to Donna's Creative Space on YouTube and subscribe there too as well. I'd really appreciate it. Oh, you're welcome, Denise. I'm glad you enjoyed all the tips. And you can always visit my blog spot, Donna's Creative Space. So I will put the measurements below on this Facebook post, and I will also put it on my blog. And if you're interested in my email, go to donnascreativespace.com, and in the top menu, there's a spot for you to click on to subscribe to my into my newsletter that I send out. I don't send out that often, but I send out maybe once or twice, maybe 3 times a month or so, unless I have something special to tell you. Okay, that's it. Bye, guys. Have a fabulous weekend, and I'll see you soon. Take care.